This is crucial to ensure the future of the next generation.
But I stand here today because someone believed in me, and we owe it to our children to believe in them.
The fact of the matter is that the quickest, fastest way to do it is build on Obamacare, to build on what we did. And secondly, President Obama, I think, did a heck of a job. To compare him to what this guy's doing is absolutely, I find, close to immoral during the Obama-Biden administration. And they have to make sure that they're able to breathe air that is clean and they have water that they can drink. Look, and I would be going about eliminating Donald Trump's tax cuts for the wealthy.
The Obama-Biden administration deported more than 3 million Americans.
One of the differences that Joe and I have in our record is Joe voted for that war. I helped lead the opposition to that war, which is a total disaster.
All of those things has happened since Vice President Biden was in the Senate.
Can't count on the people who've been in government for the last 30 years, who were around when this problem was created, to be the ones to solve it. It's going to be the next generation, the 40 million of us.
But I also believe, and it's personal, and it was hurtful, to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools, and she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me. So I will tell you that on this subject, it cannot be an intellectual debate among Democrats. We have to take it seriously. We have to act swiftly. As Attorney General of California, I was very proud to put in place a requirement that all my special agents would wear body cameras and keep those cameras on. Do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America? Then, no, do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. I opposed busing by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed. Because your city council made that decision. Anyway, my time's up.
Families that if a 10-year-old does not...
We've done the big progressive things that people said couldn't be done. I've done what pretty much everyone else up here is still talking about doing. In Colorado, we call to make Colorado one of the most progressive states in America. In Colorado,
Democrats will lose in 2020 if they embrace socialism, as you put it. You were booed at the California Democratic Convention when you said that.
Your tax benefits go to the top 1%. Top 10 companies made $69 billion in profit. And that in the last 30 years, the top 1% has seen a $21 trillion increase in their wealth. How come 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of America? As part of Joe's generation,
I'm all for
part of Joe's generation, let me respond.
Before we move
the
on
issue,
from,
if I may say, is not generational.
Please.
The
Senator
issue is not generational. The issue is who has the guts to take on Wall Street, to take on the fossil fuel industry, to take on...
Look, first of all, I agree completely with Bernie about what the fundamental challenge we're facing as a country is. 40 years of no economic growth for 90% of the American people, 160,000 families. Universal health care, which we need to do. It is a right. Health care is a right. Finishing the work we started with Obamacare and creating a public option that every family and every person in America can make it. Bernie mentioned that the taxes that we would have to pay, because of those taxes, Vermont rejected Medicare for all.
Senator,
and we should
I
think that, first of all, the biggest threat to our national security.
your signature policy is to give every adult in the United States $1,000 a month, no questions asked.
That's right.
So you're saying $1,000 a month for everyone over 18, but a value-added tax, so you can spend that $1,000 on value-added tax?
Well, the value-added tax would end up, you'd still be increasing the buying power of the bottom 94% of Americans. You have to spend a lot of money for a mild value-added tax to eat up $12,000 a year per individual. So for the average family with 2 or 3 adults, it'd be $24,000 to $36,000 a year.
Okay, Congressman Swalwell.
Yes.
Senator Gillibrand, 30 seconds.
I disagree with both their perspectives.
Senator Gillibrand, 30 seconds.
Disagreeing with both their perspectives.
Our country is healthier when everybody is healthier.
And the criminal justice system. Your community of South Bend, Indiana, has recently been in uproar over an officer-involved shooting. The police force in South Bend is now 6% black in a city that is 26% black. Why has that not improved over your 2 terms as mayor?
Because I couldn't get it done. My community is in anguish right now because of an officer-involved shooting, a black man, Eric Logan, killed by a white officer. And I'm not allowed to take sides until the investigation comes back. The officer said he was attacked with a knife, but he didn't have.
Drones, artificial intelligence will cost them their jobs. What would you do to help people get the skills they need to adapt to this new world?
We must always be a country where technology creates more jobs than it displaces. Who move away to get skills. But Jose, I was 6 years old when a presidential candidate came to the California Democratic Convention and said, it's time to pass the torch to a new generation of Americans. That candidate was then Senator Joe Biden. Joe Biden was right when he said it was time to pass the torch to a new generation of Americans 32 years ago. He's still right today. If we're going to solve the issues of automation, pass the torch. If we're going to solve the issues of climate chaos, pass the torch. If we're going to solve the issue of student loan debt, pass the torch. If we're going to end gun violence for families who are fearful of sending their kids to school, pass the torch.
Vice President, would you like to sing a torch song?
I would. I'm still holding on to that torch. I want to make it clear to you. Look.
Here's the solution. Pass the torch. Pass the torch to the generation that's going to feel the effects of climate change. Pass the torch to the generation.
We will let you all speak. Senator Harris.
We can't afford to wait for evolution on these issues.
Hey, guys, you know what? America does not want to witness a food fight. They want to know how we're going to put food on their table. Yes? To those young people, I will further extend to speak on the issue of race.
Senator Harris, thank you.
Our country fought for our democracy. Get rid of the private detention centers in a way that is about reflecting the values of our. Gotta end.
Governor.
Because the abuser will tell them it is they who is the criminal. It is wrong. It is.
Thank you very much.
I wrote the part in Senator Sanders' bill. I wrote the part in Senator Sanders' bill. This is a very important issue. So the plan that Senator Sanders and I and others support, Medicare for All, is how you get to single payer. Women in America are on fire.
Work to empower the women and girls in my community.
It's really nice if we got all these plans, but if you think we're going to beat Donald Trump by just having all these plans, you got another thing coming. Because he didn't win by saying he had a plan. He won by simply saying, make America great again. That's called child abuse. This is collective child abuse. And when both of those things are a crime, and if your government does it, that doesn't make it less of a crime.